So let's talk about the blessed marriage and the gift of children. There was a wealthy widow woman named Khadija bint Khuwaylid. She had been searching for someone to employ as a trader in her business. She once hired Muhammad to actually look after her camels. And one day her associate reported that Muhammad was such an honest, reliable man. She asked him if he would be willing to manage her business on a caravan. Muhammad agreed, needing all the money he can get. So she sent him on a business trip with her servant Maysara to assist him. Muhammad was about 25 years old at that time. So he went with Maysara and they sold goods and spent time together. And Maysara was very impressed at his character, his honesty, his straightforwardness with his customers, and how he treated people with kindness. The trip turned out to be a huge success. They gained many profits. When they returned, Khadija asked her good friend to see if Muhammad was married, if he was interested in marrying. So she asked Muhammad, "Haven't you gotten married yet? Why are you not married?" And the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him, obviously he hasn't received revelation yet, but that's how we know him. He responded, "I'm just a poor orphan of Quraysh. Who would want to marry me?" When Khadija found out about this, she definitely wanted to step forward and she made a proposal, which Muhammad accepted. And this would be the beginning of a beautiful union that would bring many blessings to the world. In the biographical writings about the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, there was a tradition claiming Khadija was 40 years old when they married. That narration turns out to not be reliable when you look at the chain of transmission. Other scholars pointed out an authentic hadith, an authentic transmission that says that she was 28 years old when they married. Even in a highly polygamous society, Khadija would be his only wife for the next 26 years until she would pass away. May Allah have mercy on her soul. They had 6 children together, and Khadija was deeply beloved to the Prophet as he was to her. Peace and blessings be upon him. Khadija had a servant named Zaid bin Haritha. After marrying Muhammad, she employed Zaid in his service. Years later, Zaid was in his 20s, and someone from his tribe recognized Zaid's facial features. And so then he asked about him, finding out that that's indeed the son of his friend. So he went back to Yemen and told Haritha that I have seen your son Zaid. He is there. He is a servant of a man named Muhammad. So Haritha jumps on his camel and comes to request that Muhammad free Zaid so he could come be with his family again. He told him that he would ask Zaid and take his word. Whatever he wants, he will honor his decision. They went to Zaid and the Prophet, peace and blessings be upon him. He hasn't received revelation yet, but that's how we know him. And he made a proposition in front of everyone in a gathering. Zaid responded that over the last 10 years, he has come to see Muhammad as much more than a father. And he loved him so dearly, he could never leave him for anyone else. Haritha responded, "Have you lost your mind? How could you choose to remain a slave of someone who isn't even in your family, while you have the chance to be freed and live with your family again?" Zaid responded, "My experience with this man does not allow me to prefer anyone else over him." At that moment, the Prophet was elated in joy. He called everyone to witness. He took Zaid by the hand and said, "I bear witness that Zaid is now a free man, and I adopt him as my own son. He will inherit me and I will inherit him." Everyone knew Zaid from then on as Zaid, the son of Muhammad. That is until over 20 years later when a verse of the Quran was revealed forbidding adoptive parents to change the name of their children in preservation of their lineage. Shortly thereafter, in his late 30s, Muhammad would begin to have these vivid dreams. These dreams would be about something happening in Mecca, and then within the next couple of days, that would happen exactly as he saw it. And in that time, he thought to reflect and he thought to think about, what's going on in the world and why he has these dreams. And he would go up and spend time in a cave. This would be the beginning of the beautiful revelations that would come to him over the next 23 years.